Celtic are a very historic club in the whole of the world. They are the only club in Scotland to have won the Champions League equivalent back in 1966. Now, this is what we're trying to replicate today, but by using quite a simple little method for you. So it's called Goal Quest, so everything is based on goals. If we don't score enough goals, the next season our entire attacking line is wiped out and we have to replace them with worse players. If we don't get enough assists, our entire midfield is wiped out and we have to replace them with worse players. And if we concede too many goals, our entire defensive line is wiped out and we replace them with worse players. So what the goal is 120 goals in all competitions is how much we're trying to score. If we don't do that, whole attacking line wiped out. If we get more than that, the next season is 125 goals. And we get to sign whoever we want. So the assists is 75, that's what we're going with. And then the defence, we're trying to not concede over 50 goals in all competitions. If we fail that, they get wiped out. If we win that, we can replace them however we like. So I hope you guys think that is a good kind of style for this. I hope so as well. How we're going to be doing that is by using our Liverpool tactic that I've designed and I'm really enjoying using. I think it works very well with this Celtic team, especially as they are kind of dominant in the league that they play in. So far, Celtic are top of the league with 4 wins from 4, scored 18 goals in the league and conceded 3. So that's a good little turnaround there. We should be doing just fine. But the problem lies in other competitions, as we've conceded 4 in the Premier Sports Cup as we're knocked out already, and we've conceded 5 in the Champions League already as we did knock out Karabag. So we are kind of on track to fail that challenge already, conceding quite a few goals a bit too early on. We're already in double digits for goals conceded coming out of August. So will we be able to survive this whole season? In the Champions League, we do have Slavia Prague, Athletic Bilbao, Atalanta, Monaco, Bodo Glimt, Barcelona and Arsenal, so it might be a bit difficult for us to get out of the league phase. But at this point, it might be better if we get knocked out so that we're not conceding goals further into the season. Now, another rule is we can't sign players just willy-nilly. It has to be after the second season when we found out how many goals we've conceded, scored or assisted, so that then we can make the decision of what we're doing, whether we're wiping out players or we're signing better ones. So I'm going to get to the end of season 1 and I will see you guys there. Hopefully all's gone well and we can just do any signings that we like. See you there. Alright guys, we can see here that we finished the season. Celtic have done the double, this screen just said here. So that means we've won the league. It does say, oh, this is a poor screen here. Let me just grab league stage. There we are. So we've won 30, lost 4 and drawn 4 as well there. The bad thing is we can clearly see we've conceded 26 goals in the league and we had some hard games through the Champions League as well, so we can only concede 34 from the Champions League and the Cups, so we're really gonna have to hope we didn't concede too many there. And we did score 110 in the league, so we are just 40 goals away from completing that. Oh no, we said 120, didn't we? So we're just 10 goals away. So we should have been able to upgrade our defence just nicely. That should mean we can get the assists as well. So that should be fine. But goals conceded wise, we might struggle a little bit here. So if we go here, look towards the Champions League. Where is it? Europe Men's Champions League. League phase. Celtic. We're not in the top 24. We came 29th, conceding 21 goals. So what did we say? 50 goals conceded. We conceded 26, 21, 47 and we conceded 4 in the cup. So it's already done. Uh, we can. Wait, I've got it here. We've conceded 56 goals. 2 there, 1 there. Yeah. Alright, 56 goals. That means we're going to have to sell our whole defence and bring in an entire new one. Right? So every goalkeeper, every centre back, every right back, and every left back is going to have to leave the club. Goals and assists wise, I've got it here. We scored 150 goals through all competitions and got 138 assists. So that's rather impressive. For assists, we could up that for next year because we did only have 75, so we might put it to 100 if we're getting 138 this year. Could put it further. 150 goals means we'll go to 125 goals next season, and we can upgrade wherever we like. Here we can see Dyson Maida with 44 goals, our top performer there with 10 assists as well. He is looking for an exit to absolutely everywhere apparently. If we could get Al Nasser perhaps coming in with a massive offer, that would be fantastic. Benjamin Nygren, he had a good season as well. 29 goals, 17 assists from the Swede. He's got a Saudi club looking at him as well, so we could be in the money yet again. And Sebastian Tenekte was also very decent as he got 13 goals, 20 assists. So he must have been very good out wide on the left there. He's got the 17 dribbling that you're after. He's just not the quickest. You wouldn't expect him to do so well. But we are allowed to upgrade wherever we like. Except the back line, who we have to weaken. We have to take a weaker back line for next season. So, who have we got? I've just gone to the same screen. So, Kasper Schmeichel, he's actually leaving at the end of his contract anyway. Sinisalo can leave. So, all of them. Cameron Carter-Vickers is going to bring us in some money. And he is a 3.5 star centre back. So, we have to take a whole star off him and get a 2.5 star centre back. Dane Murray, just backups don't really matter too much. It's the players that start that we're really replacing here. So who was his centre back partner? Austin Trusty played 51 games. He is a 3-star, so we need a 2-star centre back to replace him. Liam Scales only played 7 games. We'd need a 1.5 star if we were to say he was the starter. So our bench doesn't really matter too much. They just got to be lower than our starting players. So we need a 3.5 star, no, a 2.5 star centre back, and a 2-star centre back, and then we also need a 1.5 star goalkeeper. So it's going to be difficult, but that's absolutely what we're going to need to do. How many did Tony Ralston start? We'll say Alistair Johnson was our main man. We need a 2.5 star right back. Kieran Tierney was our left back, so we need a 3-star left back. So that was a good season, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright guys, so of course season 2 ended pretty poorly, with us having to get rid of our whole defence, so we did. We got rid of Dane Murray from the backline. Kelechi Iheanacho seemed like the perfect way to go out, so we sold him. Liam Scales went out on loan with a 10 million permanent fee, I'm pretty sure. Austin Trusty left for 10 million, which gave us 4 million in profit. Hayato Inamura left for 4k. He wasn't really featured last season. Viljami Sinisalo, if it ever loads up here, left for £1 million. Good sale, I think. Kieran Tierney left for 10 million. Bit of not enough money, to be honest, but we did have to get him out. Cameron Carter-Vickers did leave for 12 million again. Not enough money, but had to be done. Ross Doohan left. He was one of our backup goalkeepers. And that's that. We did have more sales coming into the end of this, or the start of this season. We had Dyson Maida, who left for 25 million after his massive goal count. Alistair Johnson, who we had to sell, left for 18 million. Jota left to Atletico Madrid for 21 million, so good profit there. Paulo Bernardo left, Ray Hotati left, Anthony Ralston had to leave, Adam Montgomery left, Toby Luyemi had to leave as well as he was a goalkeeper at the club. So we got rid of people that weren't out on loan, so we could just have a bit of backup as well. So the players we brought in, Finn Jelch from Stuttgart. He was a 2.5-star defender when I brought him in. He's now improved a bit, so that is pretty nice. But he's been very good so far. Oh, I can't click on them there. But he was brought in for 5.75 million from Stuttgart. Nils Ramming, who I've used on another save, seemed like the perfect Schmeichel replacement. As he was a 1.5-star goalie, which was the requirement. And he's very good anyway. Matthias Abelin came in. Not that he was required to come in, but I feel like he was the perfect option to replace Dyson Maeda. He can play the channel forward role extremely well. He's got great physicals, which is good to replace Dyson Maeda with. He was not as fast, but he is close in that regard. And we could sell for some profit there in the future as well, as he's a 23-year-old and he has scored 5 goals and 3 assists. He's been excellent. George Salinas came in at left back to replace Kieran Tierney. 3 stars again, perfect for that role. Robert came in to replace Jota. A 21-year-old Brazilian from Copenhagen. We spent 12 million on him, so just about half of the Jota money spent on Robert. I think perfect replacement. He's got some decent pace, good agility and dribbling, which is perfect for the winger role. He's got a goal and an assist so far. Matvey Kislyak was brought in because we were allowed to upgrade our midfield. I think he does just that and more. And then Sergio Carrera was brought in for right back because we needed to replace Alistair Johnson, and he was a 2.5-star at the time of purchase. So we did downgrade, but it seems he's just very, very good since joining. He's got 1 goal, 2 assists, and he's dropping a 7.14, brought in for £11 million. We then had to replace Austin Trusty with Andrea Natali. I posted a TikTok of him looking like the evil Gavi, if you guys get that. My TikTok is just Kong FM as well, if you wanted to check that out. And then we brought in Matthew Anderson because we needed a backup left back. He's been at the club before, of course, so have homegrown. That's really what I was looking for. Just checking, yeah, definitely at the club before, and he had just left. He was really good, 7.95 there. So that's excellent to bring him back. The squad, I am having to lock players in position just in case, because we have Finn Jelch here. We have Stephen Welsh and Mike Navarocki, who are both better than the tally, so they might try to get brought on instead. And of course we have actually no other goalkeepers, so I don't know why I'm locking them in, just in case something goes wrong. But of course our players are getting a bit tired. Salinas probably doesn't need to be locked in, so maybe we can get a bit of a rest for him with Matthew Anderson, which we might just do. Our players are wanted for a loan. That kind of tells you that they're not quite expected to be first team players, but they are. Oh, we've started very well. We are joint top of the table, of course, with Rangers with 5 wins. No losses. We just haven't scored as much goals or conceded too many to start the season. So we started with a 4-2 win. Benjamin Negrin hat-trick. Could have kept it a clean sheet there, but conceded too late, which is not ideal for the save. We did win 2-0 with Matthias Abelin grabbing 2 goals there, but then we lost 3-2, which is not good at all. Conceded another here, and then conceded 2 more against Aberdeen. We then beat Astana 4-0, beat St Mirren 2-0, and then Falkirk 1-0. So these clean sheets are very important. We go to Rangers next, and we do have Champions League fixtures. So we play Atalanta away, we might concede there. St Pauli at home, Ajax at home, Inter Milan, Monaco, Freiburg, Fiorentina and Man City. So it looks like we might concede too many again, which would not be good for the save at all. We're really going to need to try and bulk down on our defence here. So now that you've seen the team and the players we brought in, I'll sim to the end of the season, and hopefully we've done something good there. So I'll see you then. Alright guys, so you join me here following another league win. And, that's not really the big point of this save. It's about how many goals we're conceding, how many goals we're scoring, how many assists we are getting. Although it's good to win the league, of course, with 94 points. Um, it's not the ultimate sort of goal. So I do have the numbers written down already. We managed to concede 34 goals. The goal was 50. So now that drops to 45 for next season. So now we can improve our defence wherever we deem it necessary. If we can just bring our players in here. George Salinas, I'm not sure how many games he played. Quite a few. Didn't seem to develop too well. And we got Sergio Carrera out there as well. So this was our back line this season. As you can see, rather good. And they are going to be allowed to stay into the next year. So they did a good job, only conceding 34 goals. Most notably, Finn Jelch with some massive development over 1 year, which is very crucial. And Natali did pretty well as well. Now, for our midfield, we had 91 assists. I believe the goal was 75, so that means it gets pushed up to 80 for the next season. And that also means we do get to keep our players. So Kislyak, the new signing, gets to stay. We have Arne Engels in the other DM, and Benjamin Nygren through at the attacking midfield role. We might need some upgrades in there, because what I'm about to say to you might shock you. We scored 108 goals. We needed 125, so we were short on our attackers, and now they're going to have to leave us. With a player like Robert in our team, looking like 4.5 star, that means we can get a 3.5 star attacking left winger. So we get a left winger who's 3.5 star, very good. There we have Matthias Ablin, who will sadly be leaving us. He does have some interest, so that's pretty good. And we need a 3-star striker. And then out of right wing, maybe the worst thing that could happen, Tenekti is our best right winger, so that means we have to drop him to a 2-star right winger. So I'll make sure that happens for the next season, but we will have to get rid of all of our attackers. We will go over what happened through the season though. Competitions is in match day. Don't know why that's still there. Perfect. So of course we won the Premiership, knocked out the Scottish Cup. It might be why we didn't score as many goals. We got to the round of 16 in the Champions League. Let's just see that there, the league phase, where we came top of the league phase. It's not going to tell us who we beat or anything, which is pretty disappointing. But we won 6 games. I'm pretty sure we had some tough games as well. Drew 1 and lost 1, so that's very impressive, only to get knocked out in the round of 16 against Arsenal 4-2. So, a very good performance in the first half, and then ultimately failed. And you guys saw we got knocked out in the round we joined the Premier Sports Cup again. We could be using these rounds to get some extra goals in us. So that is a bit unfortunate for this season, as we are losing our attackers. Man. But the core of the squad is there. This squad is getting better and better as we're going through. Hopefully, we're getting to the point where it's improving to a further in the Champions League kind of level. Kislyak is a proper player. Jelch is a proper player. Engels could be, if he keeps improving. Salinas, if he wants to. We did have Robert and Abilene, of course, who we're going to have to sell on, which is pretty sad, but hey, it happens. We've just got to hope. And I think I'll see you guys in the next episode. And that'll be that. So I'll see you when I've improved the squad, I guess. Bye.